Namaste, welcome. This is Gentle Yoga. My name is Shelley. Gentle Yoga is appropriate for all level practitioner. It's a nice mindful movement. We don't go too fast. We spend the time in the poses and breathe. Today we're going to focus on fluid movements. We're going to do a lot of circular movements, things like this, which is really nice for the body, nice for the joints. We're going to start out lying down. So you can come into Shavasana on your back. Let the legs separate, walk the arms out from your sides, and turn the palms to face up. Feel the whole back side of your body resting against the mat. And let the ground, the earth beneath you, take your weight. So you don't need to worry about that anymore. You're fully supported. You can let everything relax. Then watch the breath. You can imagine here the breath in a circular motion. Inhaling through the nose, going down into the body. And then as you exhale, the breath circles back up and out through the nose. If that's helpful, you can keep that visualization going of this circular breath flowing in and flowing out. Our asana practice. Go ahead and hug your right knee into your chest. Give it a gentle squeeze in. Then we'll take a few circles from the hip. You can circle either to the right or to the left. We're going to go both ways. Just nice, easy, smooth circles starting to warm up that hip joint. And now go the opposite direction. It's common for one direction to feel a little more natural or maybe a little just easier, smoother than the other. That's okay. We all have it. And then draw the knee back into the chest, squeeze it in. And we'll rotate the ankle a few times. Again, nice big circles. Get a little stretch as you rotate around the joint. Reversing. Flexing the ankle a few rounds. Point the foot, flex it back towards you, and just alternate between those two actions. Relaxing the ankle, return the leg to the floor. Notice for a moment how you feel between the right and the left side. Maybe they feel a little different. That's natural. We'll go ahead and even things out. Bring the left knee in. And give it a squeeze in towards the chest. And then again with the hip circles. Take it nice and slow. And then go the opposite direction. And then draw the knee back into the chest for a hug. And then circle your ankle, warming into the ankle joint. Feel some stretch as it rotates. Now go in the opposite direction. And we'll finish with a few of the point and flex, alternating back and forth. And relaxing the ankle. Return the left leg down. Again, you might compare the left-right side of the body. Hopefully they feel a little more even now that we've done both sides. And then hug both knees into your chest for a nice hug. Compressing the abdominal region with the thighs, hugging the legs in. And then option, if the neck is feeling healthy and strong today, maybe round forward, bringing the nose in towards the knees. And return the head. And place the feet down behind the seat for a few rounds of the moving bridge. Press the palms down into the mat beside you. As you inhale, press into the hands and feet and peel your spine up away from the floor, one vertebrae at a time. So today, really focus on feeling each individual vertebrae. Articulating the spine up and then back down. And take as much time as you need. Again, no rush. Feeling the vertebrae peel away from the mat. And then one by one, returning the vertebrae down to the mat. Just a couple more rounds. One more. Bring the knees into the chest and rock a few times from side to side. Steady yourself back into the center. Place your right hand on your right knee, left hand on your left knee, and then circle your legs away from one another. Of course, this is getting into the hips as well, but hopefully it feels nice on the low back also. Next time you come to the center, reverse the direction of your circles. And then bringing the knees into the chest. turn the feet down to the mat and lower your knees to the left side. Extend your arms out from your shoulders and turn to look to your right shoulder. You're going to do a moving version of this twist. With your next inhale, sweep your right arm up towards the ceiling. And on the exhale, bring the palms down together. Walk your right fingertips just a couple inches forward of the left fingertips. Take your inhale, open up towards the ceiling. Then as you exhale, keep going all the way into the twist. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, closing the hands. Again, inhale to open up. Exhale all the way back. This version of this twist really lets you twist in the thoracic spine. It's nice. Again, we'll inhale, open up. And exhale to close hands. We'll do one more on this side. Inhale up. Exhale, open out. Inhale, sweep up. And exhale, hands together. Roll your way onto your back. And then let the knees drop to the right side. Again, arms out from the shoulders and look over the left shoulder. Inhale, sweep the left arm up towards the ceiling. Exhale, hands together, left fingertips a little beyond the bottom fingertips. And then we'll inhale to open up. Exhale, twisting in the upper back. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, close the hands. Again, we'll inhale to open. Exhale into the twist. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, closing the hands. We'll go again. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, opening out. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, the hands together. From here, just use the hands to press your way up to a comfortable seat. Let the shoulders relax, sit up nice and tall, and then start to circle the head. They don't have to be huge circles. You can think of it like you're drawing circles with your nose. And reversing the direction of your circles. Again, it doesn't matter the size of the circle, so you can make it as small as you need. Or if the neck is feeling good, maybe letting those circles grow just a bit. And then back to the center. Inhale, shrug the shoulders up. On your exhale, sigh the breath out, let the shoulders drop. Good. Inhale, squeeze up. Exhale with your sigh. Inhale, shrug. Exhale, out. Twice more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, really good. Inhale, squeeze up. Exhale, drop the shoulders. Very nice. Hands onto your knees. and start to circle around in one direction. You can play with both the size and the speed of these circles. Maybe starting out a little smaller, a little slower. And then if you'd like, growing the circles and picking up the pace just a bit. Next time you come through center, reverse and circle around the other direction. Coming up to the center, let's go ahead and warm the wrists with a few circles. So arms out and just starting to circle the wrists. And again, it doesn't matter which way you go because we're going to do both. And go ahead and go the other direction. Flex and extend the wrist. So fold the palm towards the inner wrist and then extending the wrist, back of the hand coming to the top of the wrist. And you just go back and forth a few times. Relaxing the wrists. Come onto your hands and your knees. Of course, you can always put extra cushion under your knees. Anytime we're in a kneeling position, a blanket, a towel, you can also fold your mat over so it's double thick for this part. And then in your tabletop position, shoulders above the wrists, hips over the knees. We'll do some of the cow and cat stretches. Inhale for your cow, lift your head and your tail. Exhale, cat. Tug the chin and the tail, reach the spine to the ceiling. Just keep going on your own, back and forth. Again, there's no hurry with these. Take your full inhale each time you come to cow. And your full exhale to round the back. So by the time you're at your deepest, you're just finishing the exhale. Through one more round of each. Finishing with a cat stretch. And then coming back into tabletop. From here we'll take a child's pose with the big toes together, knees out wide. Reach the seat back to your heels. Walk your arms and your crown forward, rest the forehead down. Press into the hands enough that you're able to lift the forearms off of the mat. And then walk your hands over to the right. It may be that your rib cage or your abdomen comes onto that right thigh. Keep extending the seat back, especially the left side of the seat. If you want a little deeper stretch in the side body, walk the left hand closer to the right, or you may even bring it on top of the right. Walk everything back through the center, and then take it over to the left. You can keep extending out through the seat, especially the right side. Staying here, or if you like the option, walking the right hand closer to the left, or letting it rest even on top of the left hand. All through the center to your traditional child's pose, and take a really good breath here. Inhale, filling the lungs, letting the back side of the ribs expand. And exhaling all the breath back out. From here, return onto hands and knees. Come to our first downward dog of practice. Hands shoulder width apart, separate the fingers, press down through the hands. Tuck your toes under, take the seat up, and move the chest back towards the thighs. Finding any natural and organic movement that feels good in your body in this moment. Can really look like anything, as long as it feels good to you. Returning onto hands and knees, and coming again into child's pose. Seat back to the heels, arms extended, forehead down. Let your attention return to your breath. Anytime the mind wanders off to some other place, just gently bring it back onto the breath. One more round of downward facing dog. Come onto hands and knees. Setting up, hands shoulder width apart, legs hips width apart, and then tuck the toes, lift the seat. Again, moving the chest towards the thighs. Stretch down the backs of the legs from the sit bones to the heels. Not important if the heels touch the floor or not, but they are stretching in a downward direction so that you can get that really nice lengthening in the backs of the legs. Moving into Uttanasana, you may walk your feet to meet your hands. Take as many steps as you need. Or of course you could come all the way out of dog and then find your Uttanasana at the top of your mat. So you're going to take the ragdoll variation. This one's very limp, very loose. Bend your knees a lot. Let the upper body drape down over the thighs. Arms beside you loose. Sway
Gently from side to side. Keep a good bend in the knees, arms by your side. Roll yourself up to stand, stacking the vertebrae. Lift the head up, last.
Do a few shoulder circles, going forward first. Squeeze the shoulders up, forward, down, and back. Be sure to hit those 4 points each time, but you do want it to be a fairly smooth circle. And then we'll reverse, squeezing up onto the back, down and forward. In smooth circles, but touching on those 4 places each time. Up, back, down, and forward. And then relaxing the shoulders. Taking the upward facing salute. Feet hips width apart, or if you're a little more flexible, they can be closer. Reach your arms up to the ceiling. Turn the palms to face forward. Stretch up tall. Press down through the feet. Lift out of your waistline. And then add a back bend. Engage the glutes a little bit. Shift your hips forward. Lift the chest and the chin towards the ceiling. Reaching back. Stretching the entire front line of the body. Return up towards the ceiling. And then fold over the legs. Again, the ragdoll. So feet are apart, deep bend in your knees, torso draped over the thighs. Give the head a nice shake, like you're shaking your head no. And now nodding the head, yes. Keeping the legs right where they are, walk your arms and your torso to the right. So getting a little bit of a side body stretch down that left rib cage. Come through the center and walk over to the left. Back to the center for a breath. With a good bend to your knees, roll yourself up to standing. Come into your Pranamasana, hands to heart center. Lower the shoulders down onto the back. Close the eyes and we'll take 3 deep breaths. Exhale the air out. Now inhale, filling the lungs. Exhaling the breath out. Twice more, inhale. Exhale. And another beautiful deep breath. Big inhale. Exhale, emptying out the lungs. Squeeze them empty. And continuing to breathe on your own. Blink your eyes open. Turn to the side facing the screen and step your legs out wide on your mat. Feet are parallel, they're just wide. Arms out from your sides. And we'll take a few breaths here in the standing star pose. Press down into your feet. Squeeze your legs to one another. Engage the inner thighs. Gently pull the abdomen back towards the spine and let the tailbone area feel heavy towards the floor. Shoulders down, lifting through the top of the head. This time we're going to breathe from the solar plexus to the third eye region. The solar plexus is in the abdomen around the navel. We'll inhale up the spine to the space between the eyebrows. And then exhale, let the breath return. Okay? So you can exhale all the breath out. Inhaling, draw the breath up from the solar plexus to the space between the eyebrows. Exhale, returning the breath down to the solar plexus. Again, inhaling up the spine to the third eye center between the eyebrows. Exhale, returning the breath down. One more, inhale up. Exhale, returning the breath down. Relaxing everything. Give the arms a little shake, the legs a little shake. We're going to take today a dancing warrior 2. It is just a fluid version of the warrior 2. I'm going to start on the left side. So you can point your left toes towards the short end of the mat. Keep the legs straight for now. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. And on your exhale, come into your warrior 2. Bend your front knee. Send your arms out into one line. And we'll do that a few times. Inhale, everything nice and straight, arms overhead. Exhale into the warrior 2, looking over your front fingers. Inhale, reach up. Exhale into warrior. We'll do 2 more. Inhaling up. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, up. This next one, stay in your warrior 2 for just a couple of good breaths. Let the left knee open to the left little toe. So avoid it dipping into the center. That's really not great on the hip or the knee. So knee opening out, knee now is in good alignment, and you're getting some opening in that front hip. Then inhale, sweep everything up, coming through the center, and then opening to the right side. Point the right toes, and we'll come into the warrior 2. Inhale, stretch up, straighten the front leg. Exhale, returning warrior 2. Inhale everything up. Exhale, warrior 2. And do 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. This last one will stay a little while. Inhale up. And exhale, warrior 2. Again, knee moving towards the right little toe. Arms parallel with the floor. Look over your front fingertips. Shoulders down away from the ears. Inhale everything up to the center. Parallel your feet. And then fold down over your legs. You can hold your outer calves, ankles, or feet. Of course, you can also walk your hands down to the mat between legs. And then inhale, walk the hands forward and reach the crown forward. So you're in a halfway lift. And then exhale and fold down once again, maybe a little deeper.
And do it twice more. Inhale to your halfway lift. Spine nice and long. Exhale, folding over the legs. Last time. Inhale, extend the crown forward. Exhale, folding over the legs. Actually going to come into that halfway lift one more time. But this time taking a twist. Place your left hand under your nose. If the hand doesn't quite reach the floor, put anything you need underneath to give you a little more height. And then open to the right side. Spine nice and long. Turning through the entire upper body, the ribs and the shoulders. Come back through the center, switch your hands, and twist open to the left. Come back to the center. Fold over your legs for just one more breath. And then keep a bend to your knees as you come up to stand. Walk the feet in together. And give the legs a shake. That would feel good. For our balance exercise today, keep the feet as close together as you can. And this one, it really does help if the legs can touch. If they don't quite touch, of course, those are your conditions, no worries. But the closer, the better. Chin towards your chest, arms by your side. As you inhale, begin to lift the heels off the floor. Lift the chin and reach the arms out from your side. Exhale, return the heels, the chin, and the arms. So the reason legs together is helpful is because you want to squeeze the legs into one another. We'll try it again. Inhale, coming up, squeeze the legs. Arms out from your sides, chin parallel with the floor. Exhale, coming down. One more time. Inhale, come up. More challenging, you can reach the arms to the ceiling and look up. You can also challenge yourself to lift your heels as high as they'll go. And then release. It's harder than it seems. Okay, come down to your mat, have a seat for. Actually, just have another comfortable seat. I'm going to do a couple of more things here. Getting into the side bodies. Reach the right arm up, and then you're going to switch. Just back and forth. So this really nice kind of fluid movement once again. Getting into the rib cage, the side body. You can visualize anything you like. To me, this is kind of some sort of climbing action, although I'm not exactly sure what I would be climbing. Couple more. And then reach both arms up. Lower your right hand beside you and take a full body. It's not a full body stretch, it's a side body stretch. There we go. Keep the left sit bone down. If you're ready to go a little deeper, walk the right hand further away. or bend the elbow. And make sure the left seat remains connected to your mat. And then we'll sweep up through the center, lower the left hand and stretch over. Right seat heavy. Now sweep everything up through the center. Exhale, twist to your right side. Inhale up in the center. Exhale, twist to your left. Inhale through center. So take the hands around behind you. Lift your chest, lift your chin. And then walk yourself up tall. We're going to do some seated cow and cat stretches. So cross-legged seat, bring your hands onto your knees, and feel free to really exaggerate the movement this time. Press into the hands, inhale, lift the chest and the chin. And then as you exhale, round the back. This is where you can kind of exaggerate by rocking back a little bit on the seat. And as you inhale, you bring it forward. Exhale, rock it back. If you don't feel like having such exaggerated movements, that's okay. Just work at your own size, arching and rounding the back. Do one more of each, lifting the chest and the chin, rocking back, rounding the spine, chin towards the chest, and then come up to center. Now go ahead and stretch your legs forward. And we're going to try a little bit different Paschimottanasana today. The pose essentially is the same, but we're going to make it, again, a kind of fluid movement. You can bend your knees here. In fact, I would recommend it, unless you're just super duper flexible. Release the legs so the spine really gets the attention and the benefit. So inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, folding over the legs, but we're not going to stay. Round yourself up. Again, inhale, arms up. Exhale, folding over the legs. And then rounding yourself up. Do a couple more. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll your way up. One more like that. Exhale, over the legs. Inhale, rounding up. This next time we'll take the traditional pose. So inhale, arms up, exhale, fold over the legs. Holding whatever works for you, feet, ankles, calves. And then remaining here. Head reaching towards the feet.
If the kind of moving forward fold helped to warm the body, you may find that you don't need to bend the knees quite as much. But the way you know is the abdomen needs to rest on the thighs. So you bend your knees as much as you need to make that happen. Again, return your attention to your breath.
And then reach your arms out, stretch up to the ceiling.
Lower the hands. Go ahead and make your way onto your abdomen.
Gonna take the Sphinx pose on the forearms. Relax the head and the neck for a moment. You can shake the head a couple times, no. Keep the neck just as long and loose as it is here, but begin to look across the floor and up the wall. Just like the Egyptian Sphinx, become perfectly still. Take a resting pose known as Parsva Shavasana. You stay where you are. I'm going to stand up so you can see. Rest your left ear to the mat. Take your right arm out to the side, bend the elbow 90 degrees. And then take your right leg to the side, bending the knee at 90 degrees. So you look like this, but you are on your belly. Left arm and leg are just long, relaxed beside you. Close the eyes if you wish. And then come back on to the abdomen. Hands under the shoulders for low cobra. Elbows in by the ribs. Coming up without using the arms. So using the back to lift the chest.
Might even take the hands off the floor,
Just to test.
releasing down. Parsva Shavasana on the other side. So now the right ear will rest down. The left arm and leg out to the side, and they're bending to 90 degrees. Back to center. Arms by your side, let the palms face up. We're going to do the locust pose, but we're going to take it in stages. So first, lift the head and the chest. Add the arms. And now take the legs off the floor. Pull back with the arms, extend out to the legs. Imagine someone has hold of your calves and they're lengthening your legs back behind. And release. Come into child's pose, this time keeping the knees together. Rest the arms by your side, and of course, forehead down. up. Make your way slowly onto your back. I'm going to do another variation of the moving bridge. Bend the knees and let the feet come to the floor right behind the seat. Arms down beside you. And this time, if you inhale and roll up the spine, send the arms overhead. Exhale, rolling down the spine, arms to your side. Bring the knees into the chest. Inhale, stretch the legs to the ceiling. Flex the feet, reach through the heels. And again, arms overhead. And we'll exhale to bring the knees in. Plant the feet. Inhale, rolling up the spine. Arms overhead. Exhale, returning the back to the floor. Squeeze the knees in. Inhale, legs up, arms overhead. Exhale, hug the knees in. Let's do it a couple more times. Feet down. Inhale, rolling up. Exhale, coming down, knees into the chest. Inhale, legs up, arms back. And exhale, hug the knees in. Last time, feet down. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, rolling down, knees to the chest. Inhale, stretch legs up, arms back. And exhale, hug the knees in. This time, rock a couple times from side to side. Keep hold of your right knee. Send your left leg down to the floor. Extend your right arm out to the side, coming into a twist. Guide your right knee over the body. So the right hip will lift as you twist, but see if both shoulders can stay down to your mat. Chin either facing the ceiling or towards your right shoulder. Come back to center and draw both knees into your chest. Release your right leg down. And send the left arm to the side. Come into your twist. Knee coming across the body. Come back to center. Hug the knees into the chest. And then lie down in Shavasana for final relaxation. Make sure the body is comfortable. Separate the legs. Walk the arms away from the sides. Turn the palms to face up. Center the head between the two shoulders. Close the eyes. Again, feel your weight sinking down heavy beneath you, and finding the support of the earth below you. Fully supported here, you may completely let go. Leave the body by itself. Leave the breath by itself. It knows what to do. For the next about 3 minutes, relax now. Everything completely. Deepen your breath once again. Begin to feel the fingers and the toes. The wrists and ankles. Arms, legs, and all the rest. Find a full body stretch. And then bend the knees and turn to your side. Press your way up to a comfortable seat, keeping the eyes closed. And we'll close with the mantra Om Shanti, 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 which means Om peace, peace, peace. may send your mantra to someone specific or direct it to all beings everywhere. Join your hands at heart center. Breathe in. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. I wish you a peaceful rest of your day and week. Thank you for sharing practice today. Namaste. Remember that the main principle of yoga is ahimsa, which is non-harming, or you could look at it as compassion and kindness. As gentle yogis, I feel like you already have a tendency to be very kind and compassionate towards yourself, certainly, for showing up, but to others as well. But just keeping that in mind. Ahimsa is a way you can practice yoga when you are off of your mat, when you're interacting with others in the world. So, just some food for thought.